Good morning.
Morning.
Oh dear.
Good morning, everybody.
Claude was late getting coffee.
Hey.
One quick note. I've got a thunderstorm moving in. The dogs like to bark at the thunder.
Oh, cool.
So I may be on mute quite a bit. She's already started.
Oh.
No.
And I may lose power. Probably not, but it's possible. Always possible.
Excuses.
Just a way to get away from you guys. See? Anyway, good morning, everybody. We've got a lot of people in here this morning.
We sure do.
Yeah.
I was just looking at that. It looks unbelievably.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. We've got a lot of people. Oops, Shannon's playing with a computer again.
I'm just trying to get chat because something happened and I couldn't read chat, and now I've lost chat again.
Who's driving?
You look like you're all leaned back.
All leaned back? Yep, I am. I'd live that way anymore. Leaning back. Anyway, yeah, James Galton, good to see you. Roy Eltham, Rob T-Man. Who else? Al Mars here. Good morning, Al. John
Penzillo, James Bolton. I know Heath is here.
Heath, Sparky. Good morning, Sparky.
Lee's here.
The dogs, apparently.
Oh,
you guys carry on. I'm on mute for a little bit.
Yeah, you'll get Gussie going. You don't have to mute yourself. We like dogs.
Well, they tend to get crazy. They'll probably run out in the rain and come back in soaking wet.
We got John Tanzillo too. Good morning.
Yep, John.
Yeah, Shannon mentioned that.
Oh, okay. I couldn't help. Claude muted.
Shannon's got his crocodile out.
I got.
Oh, that's dirty.
I knew Shannon was going to go down that one too. You were asking for that one, Claude.
Yeah. And we're going to take a vote. Everybody that wants Steve to hold that teddy bear up instead of his ugly mug in the camera.
Oh, you better watch it.
No.
You're going to get the other end.
Well, that would be better too.
Oh, you are so mean. You are so mean today, Claude.
I am. I didn't have to get much sleep last night. It was game night at the Daughters, so that's.
Yeah, Sparky says it's going to be crazy hour again. Yeah, probably.
It's always crazy hour, Sparky. That's the best thing we do. Let's get crazy.
The thing we do.
So anyway, yeah, we don't have a topic. If you guys want to throw anything out there, we'll talk about that. What were we talking about before the show? Well, Shannon's been 3D printing.
Well, Shannon and I were talking.
Tell them about the crocodile, not alligator. Crocodile.
Yeah, get it right, Claude.
Yeah.
It's a single print. It's flexible. No assembly needed. It's not weird.
How long did it take to print that?
3 hours. But mind you, this is 1,400 layers high. So there's 1,400 layers from bottom to top.
Mm-hmm.
How big is your plate, like the build plate? Did you build it flat or on an angle?
No, it builds flat. It builds upside down and just goes up like that. Out of the resin bath.
So it doesn't have any supports on it or anything?
No, it's just a complete. Actually, hang on. I could probably find. Where did I put it? I'll share my screen in a minute. Where's the sliced file?
That's good news, James.
It is.
Now, if we can just get a hold of Ron Marsh and find out what the N scale car is, we'll be good to go.
Heath wants to talk about your hair again, Shannon. It has changed since the last time, to be honest.
I can't even.
I haven't cut it in like ages.
Well, last time I saw it, it was like, "Nyeh."
There it is. Okay. Now, how do I see my...
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
I'm afraid to ask Shannon what he's doing.
He's
You'll
trying
saw
to
him,
bring
Don.
something up.
And we're waiting, and yeah.
No.
Yeah, Heath, as far as we know, he's the one that's got it, and I can't get him to answer me. If you think
Not
you got
Heath,
it-
you mean Ron.
Ron.
I mean Ron, yeah, not Heath. Well,
Yeah.
he's talking about Ron having the Insco car.
Yep.
If you've got a pretty good rapport with him, he might answer you. He's not answered me, so I kind of gave up on it.
Yeah, you're right, Heath. He's had it for a while. It went to Ron Marsh and disappeared.
Okay, so this is how it basically prints. This is the base, and as it moves, there's the supports on the base. Let's go a bit quicker. Come on. So that's how it's basically printed. And it just keeps
That's
going.
cool.
Yeah, if you
So
watch it
that's
slowly,
cool.
you can see how bits of it disappears and whatnot.
So it kind of rises up out of the resin bath, right?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, all the links in it, it's all like chain links. They're all printed in place, so there's no assembly required at all. And to give you an idea, that's halfway. And then that's like
That's obviously,
that's the last half hour, that little bit there.
that's like in high speed, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So yeah. But it shows you basically how it all kind of prints out.
That's weird.
And that used
It's trippy.
oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, that's how the print works basically. So I printed that at 25 microns. And for those who don't know what a micron is, the average hair is 25 microns thick. So if
So
you
each
got
layer
your
is about a hair thick.
1,400 layers of hair.
So this is
Yeah.
is this the printer you just bought?
Yep. And it can print
Now-
things this articulated.
That's pretty cool.
Now,
Yeah.
is that a drawing that you downloaded, or
Yeah, I wanted to see how far I can push the printer, like with what designs and whatnot. Because like if I'm going to be designing cranes or any kind of machinery that have moving parts, I want to see if I can either A, print them in one piece, or B, if I have to print them in multiple pieces and then assemble it. So
Ooh.
John Tanzillo wants to know what printer you're using.
it's a Photon. Photo
Like
Mono X.
is that like the one that Luke Towan uses?
I think it's a little bit bigger, if not the same size.
Cool.
Hang on. It prints.
I just texted Chris Maloney. He says he's can't make it on today. He'll catch the replay.
Millimeters into inches.
Yeah, yes, John, it's resin.
Yeah, so I can print up to 9.5 inches high by almost 5 inches deep and 7.5 inches wide.
Pretty good size.
Yes, he is talking resin, John.
Yeah, it's a resin printer. I've never wanted to use a filament because with N scale, obviously, I need a lot more detail. And as I was saying to Heath in the chat somewhere, I accidentally figured out today how to print people's faces using a photo.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
That's
So,
Yeah.
so I really want Heath's face at the moment because one, I'm going to do an N scale version of him, and two, I'm going to make a bobblehead that I can just hit every now and then.
oh my God. That's creepy.
Actually, that is kind of stalkerish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, think of the
And
marketing.
somehow it fits Shannon though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, think of
But
the
you
marketing
could
for Heath. Like, I can send it to Heath. Heath can get someone to get some electronics. So every time he bobs his head, it's like, it's my fault.
So did you screw up, Heath? Yes, I did.
Yeah, it hangs his head in shame. Yes, I did.
Yeah. He wants to know if he can get his face off a live stream.
I'll have to get it. Like I said, I have to get the face and both side profiles.
Yeah.
Without those, I can't do much.
Sounds.
Yeah, it tripped me out because I just went on Google and just grabbed some random face that I could had all three. I'm like, I wonder if this work, and then I did it, and I'm like, whoa, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's a little bizarre.
Yeah, a little strange. Yeah, a little strange.
It opens up some possibilities, though, that my twisted mind's thinking of.
Unfortunately, it'll print everyone without hair, but I'm sure we can add some hair on there. Or you like Elvis Presley hair?
Elvis Presley hair? No. You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Heath.
Oh, to Heath.
Yeah, he's like, because he's gone, what do you say? He's like, not the bald
Not
spot
the
on
bald
top.
spot on top.
Oh, don't talk about bald spots. That's not fair.
Oh.
So we're off to a good start.
We're off.
Oh, yeah, talking about Resin Princess and me having my crocodile out.
I don't have bald spots. I have hair spots.
Spots. Patches where there's hair.
I just have spots of hair, yeah.
Everyone take a look at Heath's comment.
What did he say?
Shannon Tappy hair. I started to suggest that, and I thought, no, that would be creepy.
So is it
Shannon's hair.
would it be a wig or would it be a what's the little one that they put, a toupee, I think it's called?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, once I get all everything I need, I can. Yeah, the possibilities. I can always print anything. Like, what was I thinking of printing?
Somehow this
I was going to start like
I'm not
printing
sure I wanna hear
signals
the
and
answer to
boom
this.
gates and a whole lot of stuff. I just got to learn how to draw in 3D CAD.
Boom gates would be cool.
Yeah, but if I can actually build them so they articulate, but in one piece.
Are you talking about the modern ones or are you talking about the old school ones?
Both. Because the layout I'm going to be doing, it's going to have the swing gates.
Old school.
Rob T-Man, spray on hair.
Spray on hair.
Implants, yeah, there you go.
Oh my God.
Implant sounds painful.
Yeah, it does. And
Actually, supposedly it's not that painful.
I see some of those ads for the hair solutions that you can do, and I just sit there and go, man, you have to be pretty vain to have to go through something like that just to get some hair.
I like your idea, Claude. Just shave it off.
Oh yeah, it's a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier.
Tell you what, this is not easy to maintain.
Yeah.
This is very much not easy to maintain.
Oh, I know. I had long hair, not that long, but I had long hair when I was in high school or junior high.
Solution, scissors.
And yeah, it's pain.
No.
Yeah. I had no problem with going bald. I knew I was going to go bald, so it didn't bother me. But yeah, to me, it's vanity to have to do something to have hair again. But, each his own. If you want to go through the pain and spend that kind of money, then I guess it's good.
Wow.
So anyway, what else are we going to talk about besides?
I don't know. We're 16 minutes in and we're talking about hair and bull crapping. Yeah.
When Shannon goes bald, he'll just 3D print him a toupee.
I was just going to say, that sounds like a normal Saturday to you two, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty normal.
Situation normal?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, constantly screwed up. Yeah.
Whilst you guys talk, I'll show you how freaky this software is.
I thought that crocodile was freaky enough.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'll show you the photo I used,
Oh God.
and then yeah, and you'll see
Chris is saying, is it from Thingiverse?
the crocodile.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not. I got it from some other website where I paid like $2 for it.
There you go, Allie. He's asking you what happened to your layout.
Oh, it's still here. I'm looking at it right now. I got part of it in my bedroom and the rest of it in the spare bedroom. The two end units are at a friend's place, but he's gone overseas and he's kind of stuck over there at the moment because of the worldwide situation. And he's hoping to be back, fingers crossed, at the end of this month. And then he still has to do 14 days of quarantine, even though he's had both his COVID jabs.
Yeah.
Fun and games.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get started on that.
No, let's not get started on that because then I'll go on a rant.
Me too.
That. Bad enough we got to look at Shannon's hair. So what?
Poor Shannon, you're going to cop it.
Shannon's making me uncomfortable laying back in that recliner.
And now I can see his nose and all his nose hairs.
Yeah, I'm currently rendering this face so everyone can have a look how creepily accurate it can be.
There you go, Allie. Heath wants a tour of the layout. Oh.
That's Anfield. If you go onto my channel, you'll see there's a video about it, actually. I made a video about it. There's a little bit of history and a couple of photos and things like that. So go check that one out. That'll give you a bit of a, I guess, tour.
And Shannon John Tenzilla wants to know what 3D design software you use.
The first one I was using was FreeCAD, but I moved on to another one which the name escapes me right now. If I can find it.
And so young.
Can you imagine
what he's going to be able to remember?
When he gets our age, Claude?
He won't be able to remember anything.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Autodesk Fusion 360.
Yeah. You get our age, it just becomes worse and worse.
Yeah, he's just going to... If he's this bad now, good luck.
Thanks for reminding me.
When you start forgetting relative names.
Yeah, he's reminded me I've still got some videos I promised that I would post and I still haven't yet. So now I've got these. I can look at finishing them up.
Yes, Shannon still has a job at the train shop, and he was pissing and moaning before the show of all the work he has to do, of stopping, complaining, and whining.
Boo-hoo.
Yep.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Poor baby. Yeah.
He busted knuckles underneath a BMW.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad when you complain about doing stuff you love doing.
Yeah.
Okay. you want to share it? So that's the face I got. And this is how the software rendered it.
That doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't look right.
The lips look wrong.
Oh God, Gus, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go outside.
Oh, I think Allie, once it was painted, it would look more like the picture.
And probably with hair.
I think that's what you're seeing is the contrast is just not right.
It just looks like those lips look a bit too big.
Yeah, but there again, you go and look at the picture really close. I thought maybe the shape of the upper lip wasn't quite right, but that's the shape of his mouth right there.
Yeah, but if you look at the side profile, he does actually have fairly pronounced lips.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but without the facial color there, it really changes how it looks.
Yeah, I bet you're probably right there, Claude. Once you get some color on it, you'd probably see the difference.
Yeah, because I've seen those
and
shows.
look, it's already hollow, so I can already make a bobblehead out of this.
They have the shows where they have the forensic pathologist take a skull and put the clay on it and mold it.
Oh, yeah.
And it always looks funny until they actually, have you ever seen one that's been colored after they put the clay on it? They really come to life after they put the color on it.
Jeez.
He's
Now
wants to
wondering
know
what
if you
Hate's
can't
saying.
just use your phone to make a 3D scan.
Oh,
Ooh,
you're right,
that's a good
Steve. You
question.
gotta blame. You ought to blame it on the dog. Oh my God.
It might have been
I haven't gotten that far yet.
It might have been Heath.
I thought Blue was bad. Oh God, Gus, man, that guy can fart. Holy jeez. I'm gonna puke.
Hey, to answer your question, I can use my phone as a 3D scanner, but that involves me learning what software I need to get and how to do it. Because then that'll make modeling stuff a lot easier, because I can just buy a HO version, scan it, downsize it, fix up the detailing, and print.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of detail when you scale down, don't you?
Well, my printer can print down to 8 microns.
So I'm just trying to think of compared to Chris's, because he talks about his all the time.
Okay, that's a quarter of the thickness of your hair. So grab a strand of your hair and slice it down the middle.
Not touching my hair, thank you.
Mr. Anderson, that is probably correct. I think they just took a block of cement, put clay on there, and then made Shannon. Yeah.
Yes, Heath. I still installed decoders.
No, he's not, Heath. He was just whining about having to do it at work. Like he doesn't.
It's not too bad. It's just time constraints and trying to get everything else done. It's like, yeah, we just get really flat out, especially now the website's starting to take off.
And John wants to know how much the printer cost.
I got on special. I think I paid $550, and it's worth $870.
I was going to say it's not so much that his wife killed him because he's still here, but
she probably doesn't know.
No, she does know. She loves it because I can print toys for the kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, who's the kid in this situation?
Well, I get to play around with the software, and the kids get to, play with these and paint them.
He's already playing.
That's ready for paint. I don't need to do anything to it.
He's already playing the train, so you know the answer to that. I think we're all
Exactly.
just a bunch of big kid. We're all
Like,
just a bunch
but
of
I was
big
talking about
kids.
that crocodile.
Oh yeah, well,
He's
I'm
playing with the
kind of
crocodile
worried
instead of the
about.
kids.
I'm kind of worried about the. Be careful with my words here. How much he likes it. That's what I'm
Oh,
kind of worried.
well, the way he flops it
I'm
around like
not
that.
understanding
Oh,
the
no.
innuendo.
He says you lose detail when it's processed through Shannon's head.
If my manager's watching this right now, he's got to be looking at Heath like Heath, someone that sees the light.
Oh, that's gold. That's a comment
Rod
I
said,
am going to use.
Rod said she worked you over. That's why you're in the recliner. You can't walk anymore. Yeah.
Actually, no. You know what I was doing? I was watching Squid
Trying
Games
to bring.
on Netflix.
The who?
Squid Games.
Sweet Games. Never heard of it.
The
Well,
what?
Let's just say supposedly it's something a lot of people dislike, and they're trying to get it removed from Netflix.
Yeah.
But I watched it, and I think it's about as gruesome as Die Hard or Lethal Weapon or any of those shows. It's just weird because it's a Korean show that's got English dubbing over it.
That's like watching Mexican not sitcoms. Daytime drama stuff in Spanish, and you don't speak Spanish. That's pretty good. That's pretty fun to do. Just go by the inflection in the voice. So, what else we got to talk about here besides
Nothing.
recliner
and crocodiles?
Well, James is coming into Shannon's defense here. He's telling Heath to leave Shannon alone.
How come when I read that, I think of that guy that says, "Leave Brittany alone"?
Leave Brittany alone.
See, that's
I read that, and that's all I
be
hear.
below our age level.
Yeah.
Reference, I didn't get that reference, but that's okay. There's a lot of stuff on TV and social media that's going to go right by me because I don't do a lot of it. But
well, I'm not into current TV, that's for sure.
That was
all my reference
years
material
ago.
comes from years ago.
Oh, ask me trivia from old TV shows. My head is full of that.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, anyway, I've been working on a.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, how's your diner coming? You sent me a picture.
Good. I don't know if I can get this. Let me see if I can get this. Show you this picture.
That looks really good.
Okay, let's see if I can get it. Oh, what happened to it? It disappeared on me. Oh, there it is. Well, and it's not done yet. It's still got a little ways to go. Let me get it on here. Did that come up?
It's thinking.
Oh, that's one of them.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong picture. I didn't want to show that picture. Okay, let's try. Huh. Why is that not wanting to come up?
Oops.
Kind of weird. Don't want that. Well, let me fix this here.
You stink. Oh,
Okay.
I'm loving the ceiling tour, Ali.
You're welcome. I was just relocating into the lounge.
Okay, this is the diner I'm doing. That's going to go on the layout. I got the railings and stuff put on, and the awnings. Those awnings are actually just paper from a little detail card they give you, and you cut it out and put them on there. The bottom picture, of course, is the inside of it. Comes with a little white cast metal coffee pot, and then a cash register, and then it also has a white metal trash can that'll go behind the kitchen that's behind the trailer. I have it built, but I haven't weathered it and stuff and attached it yet, because I still have to put people in this and then also get some LED lights in it. But it looks really good. It's a nice little model. It's a Campbell Scale Models kit. It was pretty straightforward. Anyway, that's what I've been doing this last week, besides working. For some reason, people still keep calling me to go do stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Don't talk about work. That's all I've been doing. Painting house.
Well, I don't
I was
do that anymore, but
I was going to ask Steve how the little loco's going.
It's coming. Actually, I had Tim Parks came over on I think it was Wednesday for the day. He came down and we came up with a plan, and so yeah, it's more waiting on ordering parts and getting everything ready to put it together. So we've got a parts list and things to order. So it's going to be coming. I don't have anything to show for a video, but
I thought you had everything to assemble it.
yeah, well, you would not everything, but most stuff. But
he's got like 90% of it.
Yeah,
the 10% is like all the little bits.
It can't. I've got 2 sets of trucks that I would have to machine and build, and I'm going to sell those and purchase trucks that are already built with brakes. So I don't even have to deal with that. That's coming from Cannonball. I've got to build a frame for the fuel car. I'm going to build. I was telling Claude before the show, my plan is locomotive tender, fuel car, and then I'm going to add a flat car to it and a bobber caboose. And the caboose and flat car won't have brakes, but everything else will have vacuum brakes. And I've got to order all this stuff. I got a welder now, so now I've got to learn how to weld because I got to build the frames for the cars. So I've got enough stuff to do, but nothing to show for an update. But I've got a lot of plans. I did get I think I showed last week or week before that I got the running boards back from the machine shop, because when John machined the wood on top of the 1/4-inch brass, they bowed, and which I guess is not uncommon. So I had to get those things rolled and flat, because that's the next step on the locomotive. I can't build anything on it until I get those running boards put on, because the cab connects to the running boards, the injectors, everything builds off the running boards. So I've got to get those on in place right, and then so that's the first step, is getting the running boards on. Then I'll build the reverse quadrant, the Johnson bar, and get that.
Steve says you don't need brakes, you stick out your feet.
Well, that's happened before. With Train Mountain, yeah. With some 3% grades, yeah. You can look on the ballast and you see these 2 big grooves on the side, and somebody was using their for brakes. Yeah, but that's pretty common. But yeah, I'm going to get the running boards situated and mounted, and then the reverse quadrant, and then what I'm going to do is build a mock-up cab, because I'm not going to use John's redwood until I get the exact measurements for the cab. But
That's a good idea.
I got to build a mock-up cab for ease of control, to make sure everything is within reach. all the valves. Because I got to order the globe valves for the steam appliances, and then once I get everything situated where I want the injector, there's also they call it an ejector, which is for the vacuum brakes, and I've got to install that. And once I get those all situated where they need to be, then I can plumb it. But that's gonna come. That's why I've got I've still got what, about 8 months until the triennial. So I got still 9. It's next June, however long that is. 8 months. But my goal is to have it running by the triennial, and I've got to have it running when Claude comes after the triennial.
That sounds like you're pushing it.
Yeah, he's going to be pushing it.
I'm not going to be pushing it, but I've got a time and a goal. But whether I meet that time frame, I'm not going to rush the build just to make the triennial, because I want to make sure it's right.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Well, Sparky says wants to know what the yearly fee at Train Mountain is.
I think I think for a single it's like $75, and a family it's like 100, something like that.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Our fees at the RC flying field were $100.
Yeah,
a year, and that's not counting the yearly deal you have to get with the AMA for the insurance and all that stuff. That's
what's great about Train Mountain is they don't play politics there. It's not a good old boy system. I mean, you pay your dues and you're a member, man. You got free run of the place, just like anybody.
Yeah, I remember the conversation you and I were having, Steve. You were saying a couple of people live there in like caravans at a reduced rent rate as long as they do most of the maintenance and cleaning.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's the same sort of deal with my local model railway club. I can't remember what the fee is now. I think it's $50, but you got free run of the place. And even when the grand final was on, they put a big sign up saying "No footy talk." So it's not left to the people just gathering around listening or talking to talking about footy when most of us are like not interested in it.
What's really good about really Train Mountain is their machine shop. I mean, they have a full machine shop. If you can get castings, you could build any size, well, not full size, but you could build a ton of steam equipment up there with the lathes and mills, bandsaw. I mean, they got machines to do anything. So just the membership to use the shop would be worth it.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Yeah, if I had the money, I'd move over there, and first thing I'd do is a 4000 series.
What scale?
At the machine shop, I'll do it. What scale do they run? 7 quarter gauge?
7.5.
7.5. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. See, I'd want a 2.5 inch.
Well, you can do that.
And run it like narrow gauge, yeah.
Well, you can do that.
That would be.
There's guys that have come up there with 3.5 inch scale on 7.5 inch track, and they're pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2.5's big, but the 3.5 is massive. I don't know how they keep them from rolling over.
So as long as if I can build a 4000 series, just imagine it'll just be long. Oh,
I think.
Don't finish that sentence, Shannon.
Yeah.
No, I'm just imagining in my mouth. It's like mouth-watering ideas.
No, I think you need to build a Garrett and come over here with it.
Oh, that would be
Garrett's. That would be cool.
Yeah.
This guy.
What's the minimum radius at Train Mountain? Do you know?
Oh God.
Pretty good size. I didn't see anything really sharp.
I'd have to look, but I don't know. But even the minimum's pretty big.
I would think that going through the turnouts would be the biggest restriction.
Yeah, they've got one coming down off the hill. They call it Hairpin, and it's pretty tight, but I don't think it's tight enough that it would restrict anything. I've never heard of anything at Train Mountain not being able to run because of radiuses.
Yeah. Well, you're in a pretty good sized piece of property.
Yeah. I mean, they've had people that have bought, big boys and, cab forwards up there.
Well, they're articulated. You're never going to have an issue with an articulated locomotive.
Yeah, but as far as rigid frame, I don't know. I know they bring Northerns up there all the time with no issues.
Yeah, it'd have to be a 210-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
But even those, chances are they'd build them with blind drivers in the middle, so you wouldn't have that problem.
Well, I'm losing my iPad. It's dying, so I can't.
There's a guy somewhere over here in Margaret River, I think. He's done 2 South Australian Railways 400 class Garretts in, I think they're 15-inch gauge.
Mm-hmm. And
from what I've seen of the photos, they just look absolutely amazing. But he's not open to the public or anything. Because the guy who got them done, unfortunately, passed away, so his family took them down to Margaret River. And I think the plan is to get to be open to the public, but you can't really see much. It's down near one of the wineries or something like that. But I don't think you can see much from the road, from what I understand.
Yeah, 15-inch gauge. That'd be a pretty good sized locomotive.
Yeah, for a Garrett. Yeah.
He's got 2 of those. He's got 2 of those and 2 W-class steamers, which are like the ones on the Pitchy Ritchie Railway.
I don't know what it is about a Garrett. The first time I ever saw one, and it wasn't that long ago, I never heard of one. And I've always thought those are really cool.
Casually glances over at my Garrett.
No, I mean, it's an interesting locomotive.
Oh, it is. Yeah. No,
except if they're running low on water or fuel, then you're losing tractive effort. That's the only thing I can see.
Yeah. Well, the Garrett was included in one of those 3 videos that I linked to a couple of weeks ago on the show when we were talking about the unusual locomotives and stuff. And they did. It is one of those 3 videos, and those 3 videos could really be taken as one video because they're all by the same guy, and they're just about different ones. He just didn't get them real long, each one real long, but they had some interesting stuff in there. Some I had never seen before, which is not saying a lot, but it was kind of neat to see them. Oh, excuse me.
If anyone's wondering, I'm trying to figure out the minimum radius for Train Mountain.
Oh.
Well, while Shannon is
pretty good size,
going to be stuck like that for the next 2.5 years, trying to work that out. This is what I've been working on.
I've heard, but I don't remember what it is.
Is that a plastic? Is that a plastic model or wood? It looks wood.
No, it's meant to be in real life. It would be wood, but it's a cast resin. Cast urethane.
Well, the detail came out pretty good.
Yeah, the decals were the ones that I was just doing myself. So I've just finished decaling both sides of this one, and I've done 8 of these. I don't know why they've frosted over, but I think that's due to the weather. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So I've got a train of 8 of those. And that's basically what I've been up to.
Joe. Hey, Crazy Joe.
Hey, Joel.
Scratch building a narrow gauge wrecker car. Oh, have you got a video on it? I'll go over and watch that. There's so many. I'm so far behind on watching videos, it's not even funny. Because it seems like the few times that I've been loose to do something like that, I go in and build and start building something because I'm so far behind on the layout from where I want to be. I got so much work done last year when we were locked in, getting that mountain and stuff built, and then it seems like it's just been crawling along since then. But I'm trying to push myself and get in there more so I can keep going. But
Well, don't push too hard.
no, well, just getting up the
Yeah,
stairs.
you might strain something.
Getting up the stairs is where I'm going to strain something. But that's the good thing about it is it gives me some exercise there, going up and down. Because usually if I'm working upstairs in the actual train room on the layout, I'm usually up and down several times during that period going into the shop and stuff like that. So it's not just one time up and one time down. It's several up and downs, but it's exercise, so can't be all bad.
What is Steve A7th on about? He says deck alls.
I don't know. Steve, you have to
Elaborate.
elaborate on that. Deck alls. Never heard of that.
I think he's saying decals.
Oh, decals, yeah.
Decals.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you guys call them decals or decals in Australia?
Depends who you talk to.
I know the British call them decals. We call them decals.
We'd probably call them decals because we take ours from the British, so...
No, working in the shop, I've called them decals, decals,
It's all 6 and 1/2 does the other.
Yeah.
Well, I was just interested in what you guys might say.
Well,
As long as
call them
people
decals.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Actually, I know a few people I've spoken to call them water slides. I'm like, okay, so you want the decal solution? Yeah, for the water slides. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard them called that before. Stickers, James says stickers. They call them stickers.
Stick on thingies. That's a technical term.
Yeah, the bad thing about sticker kind of decals is they're too thick.
Yeah, they are.
Set off. They just don't look right.
They don't sink into the grooves.
Yeah.
See, that was the problem with this big one.
Thing about, if you're using a water slide decal and then put a little microsol on there, and they just kind of melt into the grooves and stuff.
Yeah, these ones didn't do that too, unfortunately.
Rob says they call stick-on thingies.
Yep, stick on thingies. It's a technical term.
Hey, Rob, you could come to Oklahoma. You'd fit right in, man. They call all that kind of stuff like that. Anyway, Joe says the narrow gauge car is a fancy style with steel look. Looks like standard to a point. Okay.
So at Train Mountain, the smallest turnouts, which is at the what's it called? Hang on. Which is at the Serpentine. Has six turnouts at 75-foot radius.
Okay.
Every other turnout is 100-foot radius.
Yeah, the Serpentine's interesting because it's just a bunch of coily turns and it goes down quite a ways.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing all the curvature at Train Mountain is a lot larger than the turnouts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it is just from looking at it.
Yeah, so minimum radius on 6 turnouts is 75 foot. Otherwise, everything's 100 foot or bigger.
Yeah, they've overbuilt the place.
Oh, really? With 36 miles of track, I wonder how.
Well, yeah, it's nice that they've got, I guess the original guy that started it had the property to put it on.
Yeah.
And got it started. And then the really cool thing is after it got to the hands it is now that it can't be anything done to it. They have to keep it.
There's an interesting story. And if you can go back and you can research it on the Train Mountain website, but how Quentin Breen, when he got this whole thing going, and then it was in basically bankruptcy or receivership or some stupid thing where there was a massive amount of money in taxes owed on it. And it was ultimately going to be shut down and dispersed. But a bunch of rail fan lawyers that were in the hobby got together, I'm paraphrasing it, and they came up with a solution to get it out of bankruptcy for a certain amount of money that was able to be paid. But the agreement was that if the property is ever sold, that whoever purchases it has to maintain all the track, all the buildings, all the right of way. And nobody's ever going to do that.
No.
So who technically owns it then?
Train Mountain Railroad Museum, I think, is it? But it's
it's
I don't know the
small company that's
but it's as far as I know, it is available for sale. It's up for sale, but if you buy it for whatever they're asking, you better take care of it. Nobody's going to do that.
No, it would have to be a billionaire or something that wanted it for a toy.
Yeah, exactly.
Or to fix it up even better than it is now, which is,
so you've got a core group of individuals that, and a lot of them live really close to, Chiloquin, and so they're able to be there pretty frequently. So they do a lot of work. There's and truthfully, considering the membership for Train Mountain, there's a very small amount of people that do the bulk of the work.
Yeah. Well, that's true with any group, any large group or club. It's the few that do for the many.
Yeah.
Most people that are in clubs, they figure if they're paying dues, that's all they want to do, pay their dues and then go spend time there and do whatever. But to get them to work and stuff sometimes can be like pulling teeth.
Yeah, it's the old 80-20 rule. 80% do, 20% of the work, 20% do 80% of the work.
Yeah. And in my experience, it's not even that much.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And it's
more like 5.95.
It's probably more like 5.
Yeah.
5%. I mean, there's some people up there that bust their butt. They're making track panels all the time and they're out there dumping rock all the time. So these guys, they do a lot of work for the dum-dums like me that don't go up there and do anything. I mean, you can pay your dues and go up there and run your train.
Well, and that's the vast majority of people are going to be like that. But of course, you also have to have proximity to the place to be able to go up there and do work all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm close. I just don't have the time or the physical ability to really go out there and bust my ass. I have laid track up there, and that's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, I would imagine it is.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see all the track panels stacked up.
Yeah.
When you were up there, like sectional track and ready to plug it in and go. Yeah. And they've been replacing ties. I think I sent you the picture of the tie cars on the line here, and I noticed that further east of that, underneath one of there's a place where the rail line crosses a 4-lane road, and it's under the highway.
Right.
So there's a highway overpass, the 4-lane road comes through, and then the train track comes through at a diagonal. Well, they've got the track that's going to get put down in the road is sitting over on the side, just like that in sections, ready. So when they tear that up, they can replace it real quick and put the road back.
Well, yeah, and they've got turnouts done the same way. The track shop is all set up with jigs and stuff for cutting. I mean, they get these recycled Trex decks that they cut into the ties, so they got a zillion ties up there ready to go, and so they've got guys up there that go up for their weekend and just build track panels.
Steve's on fire today. He wants to get into a train club, so somebody else will be doing all the work.
Oh my God! There's a lot of people like that.
Oh yeah. It and it's fine if that's what they want to do. That's what I always said. You guys want to pay your dues and come for your time to come fly. That's what your dues are for. Everything else is volunteer. You're volunteering your time and your effort to help keep the place looking nice.
Well, and see, that's it with Train Mountain. There's a lot of people that don't have equipment to run.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to run. So they go up there and they work their butts off.
But what I used to tell people or get mad about is when the guys that never came to help do anything, to make it look nice, would gripe about stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're not even doing anything, It's the other ones that are doing it. I don't mind you come and just fly and not do any work. That would be fine. Because I was one of the few that went up and worked all the time. So I didn't mind that because I enjoyed doing it. And it was, benefited a lot of people. But don't come and gripe about something I did that you don't like, but you weren't willing to come do it. So
yeah. Oh, there's been people up at Train Mountain do the same thing. They complain about, certain parts in the tracks in the main yard, or you've got this issue out here. And it's like, you know what? How many work weekends were you out there busting your butt?
Exactly. Yeah. Come out there and do something about it.
Yeah. There's 2,200 acres of track. How are you guys working?
I guess there's a fine line between reporting an issue and actually griping about something, because sometimes you've got to turn around and say, well, this is US, we can't use this.
Yeah. Well, up there,
exactly.
Complaining on it is getting on the Train Mountain website and saying, how come the track here is, messed up? But the way to do something about it is at Train Mountain, there's a chart, that you just, if there's track problems, you write it down. If you're derailing out there on the railroad, there's green blocks, you throw them out. And there's guys that run around and they look for the green blocks. And if you've got a green block, they check the track and find out if there's an issue. If you got a pile of them, there's a huge issue.
But then to get on a social media platform for the club and start complaining about it, that's the bad. Yeah, that's the bad.
Don't go up there and complain that the track's bad. Get your butt out there and work on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, like the upside is if enough people were doing it, they could run incentives like, look, we need a few people to run the mode train, on this weekend. We'll do A, B, and C for you if you do it.
I find it's amazing that the guys that do what they do up there are able to accomplish what they do. I mean, it's a very small group of guys that go up there, and they're up there pretty much almost every day. They've got a rock train that dumps ballast. That's efficient. It's a big hopper, and they put the rock cars under it. They dump the ballast in, and they load the train. They go down, and they're putting panels down, replacing the old aluminum rail and wood ties with steel rail.
Speaking of ballast wagons.
What?
Hang on.
Oh, you mean Shannon? That would be this way. Shannon.
Yeah, that's why I'm poking this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's this way on my screen. I don't know if he's the same spot on other people's screens.
Well, it is on my screen. Yeah, you're pointing around.
Yeah, he looks like he's falling asleep.
He does look like he's...
We get him in a bottom dump gondola. We'll just dump him.
Yeah, well, it's nearly time anyway. I mean, we've spoken for an hour about anything and everything by the looks of it.
Yeah. And you're falling.
This is true. Yeah, he's just about nodded off.
Yeah, well, and he's starting to undress. That's what concerns me.
Yeah, we're almost 2 hours. We're almost 2 hours.
Pull your shirt back down.
Oh, God.
It is down.
It's his hand. It's his hand.
Oh, that was
my hand.
Okay.
It looks like his shirt's riding up, but it's his hand.
Yeah, it was scary looking there for a minute.
Frightening.
Yeah, that's our hour, guys.
That's our hour.
Good to see everybody. Glad you showed up, and good to see
Thanks
you.
for having me on, guys.
I mean, glad just to be seeing you face to face.
Yeah, showing up is one thing. Sticking out for the show is another.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me back, guys. It's been fun.
Yeah. Talked in a
I've
while.
missed this.
Well, anyway, guys, everybody, we'll see you guys next week. I think. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think
Same
I've got
time,
anything
same
going on
place.
Saturday next week.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
And everybody can come up with ideas Shannon can use an alligator for.
Yeah. Don't do that. That looks
Oh, it's
sick.
not an alligator. I'm sorry, crocodile.
It does look wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it
that
does.
looks wrong.
Especially the
Shannon.
angle he's got it on and the smile on his face.
Yes.
He's
Well,
enjoying
I'm
it
probably holding it like this.
way too much. On that
Keep
note,
it
we're gonna say
PG, Shannon.
goodbye.
PG.
Take care, everybody.
See you later.
Guys, peace out.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.